We're visiting New Jersey Comic Stop, John's new store, opening today. If you're watching this video, he has some great wall books, has some tons of key books, tons of dollar bins. Make sure you come out, tell him we said hello. He didn't have a blip for me, so kind of sucks. Video. So we're starting our comic shop-orama with John's new comic shop, brand new, hasn't even opened yet. It's actually opening today if you're watching this, so head on down there. Let's see what it looks like inside. I don't have to do a full friggin' video, right? You don't want to talk on camera?
I don't want to talk to anybody ever.
Kind of disappointed you don't have a blip up there, but that's fucking like that.
I'll bring one just for you.
Just so I can make fun of you?
You want to take a picture of the one? I think I want to.
Because I'm not buying it.
You don't have to.
It will be my opening. It's been my opening for like 2 videos already.
Yeah, you want some blip?
I want to make fun of him with the blip. I thought that's how you funded the store. Piles on the counter. We couldn't think of a better place to start our comic shop-orama series than friend of the show, John Costa's new comic shop, New Jersey Comic Stop. The shop is located in Paulsboro, New Jersey at 1308 North Delaware Street, which is near where John grew up. Right near the house he grew up in. His old school is down the street. John is fully ingrained in the area, which is a great thing to do. Build a comic stop where you grew up. Nothing?
What?
The grand opening is this weekend. We got a bit of a sneak preview last weekend, and it was definitely worth the hour-and-a-half drive for us. New Jersey Comic Stop was originally located in the flea market, not far from the current location, but the place closed due to rent increases. Now it's a completely empty flea market with no stores whatsoever, so the person who owns it is getting zero in rent as opposed to a lot of other rent. John did very well in the flea market, and he hopes to do just as well in the new store.
I mean, the store is a decent size.
The store is
a
a decent
size.
The new store used to be a hosiery store, and John redid it, the whole inside. New floor, new displays, new paint job. He added some lights, fully upgraded electronic system. It's a modern comic shop in an old store. No bathroom, no. So there's my first knock. No bathroom. John,
I don't mind. I mean,
get a bathroom.
Do you ever go to the bathroom when you go to a comic shop?
I would have went in this one because we drove an hour and a half. And
I mean, I
had
never
to go
use
to
the bathroom at a comic stop, so.
There you go. The store looks great. Lots and lots of room in the store.
And John said that he made sure that it was a lot of room so that you can look through bins, because he's not a big fan of when you're in places and it's super, super crowded, super tight.
Yeah.
So definitely very spacious.
Very spacious. Nice kids section. Nice section of new comic books. Nice section of back issues. Lots of back issues. So we do have a haul from New Jersey Comic Stop.
You have a decent haul there.
A decent haul from a comic shop. My comic shop hauls usually aren't as good as my convention halls, but this one is really nice. John had a lot of the stuff that he brings to conventions. If you've been watching long enough, you know that we usually buy a lot of stuff from John when we see him at the conventions. We bought stuff from him at the Super Jersey Comic Expo. We spent a lot of time with him there. So we figured we'd go check out the store before it actually opened. We got like a VIP tour of it from John and John's son and John's dad. We had a really good time. One of the things we like most is John has a big video screen as soon as you walk in, and the video screen gives you information about John's membership program. So if you are going to be shopping at New Jersey Comic Stop, hopefully you do going there today. It opens today, so hopefully this weekend you'll take a trip down there. You pay a couple bucks, you become a member, you get discounts throughout the time you're buying comic books.
And if you're gonna go to this comic shop a lot, I think the membership is definitely
worth it. And there's different memberships for different types of people. He gives discounts to teachers and military and police and firemen, so he has a whole bunch of discounts. John is really building something within the community there. So if you're in that neighborhood, Paulsboro, or if you're surrounding area, go stop by John's shop. It is opening on May 17th, which is today when you're watching this right now. John had tons of back issues, as we said. He also had a bunch of back issues that Brian would have liked, but Brian didn't come with us because he was sick. There was a Faust that Brian would have liked, and there was a whole bunch of Judge Dredd that he is collecting right now, but he missed out because he did not come with us.
Yeah, he had a lot of bins that were $1, $3, $5 bins, so we picked up quite a few dollar books.
We did. We picked up quite a few dollar books, some $3 books. I completed an entire run of a certain series. That's the first time we've done that on the show in a while. There were some great wall books, some like real big bang wall books, like huge issues in the back, and he said he's going to rotate them weekly, and he's going to, promote it online. John's doing a very modern comic book shop. So we did have a haul because there was so much stuff there. But before we go into the haul, let's talk about what is Comic Shop-A-Rama going to be. We are going to be touring different comic shops throughout the area that we're in. If you know of a comic shop that we should go to, please comment below. Say, you guys should visit this one. If you own a comic book shop, please email us at collectorsconfessions@gmail.com. We would love to come see different stores in the area. We're in the New York area, but we can go New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. We may even go a little bit further. We may hit some stores in Delaware during this. We plan to run this for a couple of weeks. Not continuously, because we do have some conventions in there, but we will be doing Comic Shop-A-Rama at least 2 or 3 episodes a month.
I mean, how many comic shops are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for at least 8 in the next 2 months, 3 months. And then once the summer comes, we are open to visit as many as we want. We'll visit some up the East Coast. We'll do a whole bunch of other things.
We'll go to one every day.
We'll go to one every day. Maybe we'll break a record for most comic shops in a week, so... There we go. I know around where John's shop is, there's a lot of other shops. So next week, we will be visiting another shop in that area. So stay tuned to the end. We'll tell you where we're going. Without any further ado, it's your favorite part of the show. Let's look at our haul. We're very happy that it went to John's. We're good friends with John. We love what he's doing for the comic book community.
We bought many comics from him at conventions.
Yeah, definitely go check out his shop. If you're in the New Jersey area, it's the newest comic book shop open in the New Jersey area. That's why we're starting our Comic Shop-A-Rama with this one. Go visit it. He's open.
He's also one of the nicest vendors that we've met at a convention.
And he always takes care of the kids. He wants kids becoming fans of the hobby. So go check him out. New Jersey Comic Stop. It's on Facebook. He has a website. Go check it out. Cassidy, your haul is first.
So my haul is a single comic book. In the bins, I was mostly looking for him. I pulled out a bunch for him. I didn't look through all of the $1, $3, $5 bins, but I didn't see a lot of Star Wars. So I mostly picked up DC and Marvel for my dad, but I got one Star Wars that I don't have, but I have one of the other issues. So Star Wars Splinter of the Mind's Eye. This is the 4th out of a 4-part series, so I have one of the other parts. Now I need the other 2 parts.
She will be keeping an eye out for the other 2 parts, as she always does.
So, and it's Dark Horse, which...
are harder to find.
So that was the only book I got at the store.
Here's the store. Here's the information on the store, the location, the website. That's the logo that John uses. John also runs One Day Comic Expo, which we go to every year, and he has some other ones coming up. We're going to go to a show on Father's Day that John's running.
That's free entry.
So we're going to go. It's going to be Father's Day is going to be at a comic book convention, which is the first time we've ever done that. Here is my haul. I bought a little bit more than just one. This is probably my biggest comic shop haul in a very, very long time.
Definitely.
Cassidy helped out a lot because I was doing a lot of chatting while Cassidy was going through the bins. We also met Josh there. Josh runs a store out in Philadelphia.
Delaware.
So we may stop by Josh's store. Josh, if you're watching, email us. We'll come by the store. We need the address and the information. Maybe I'll get Brian to actually leave Staten Island, but let's get into it. Batman and the Outsiders #4. A series that I on and off again collect. When I was younger, this was one of my favorite series. I liked that Batman had a team with him. So, issue 25. I think I could probably complete this at some point. This is key #1, the first appearance of Emily Briggs, who becomes Looker. So there you go, one key already, and that's right from the dollar bin. Just another weird series that Marvel did back in the 80s, Atari Force. If you were a child of the 80s, you know that Atari was a huge thing. So here is Atari Force comic book. Never read it. Looks kind of strange. Figured I'd pick it up. Commandy is one of my favorite series because Jack Kirby did a lot of them. This is issue 32. Only for $1. You can't beat that. Issue 36. Also for $1. Issue 40. Also for $1. I'm going to finish this series at some point in the next year or two. And issue 41. There you go. That's the DC haul. Not so bad. Couple of independents. Dreadstar. It's the first one. It's issue number 40. I am also going to finish this. If you remember back a couple of months ago, I picked up a whole run of these at a convention. Now I'm trying to finish it out. Here's issue 40.
About how many more do you need?
Not many. I have up to like 27, 28, and then sparsed out there. Here is another Atlas comic. Tiger Man #1. This is what I needed to complete the Tiger Man series. Atlas Comics most ran for 3 issues. There was 1 or 2 that ran for 4. It was a bunch of guys from DC and Marvel broke off, and they started their own company, mostly Marvel, including Stan Lee's brother, Larry Lieber, who we saw last week at the Super Jersey Comic Expo. So there you go. That's another one. That's my indie ones, 2 indies. And finally, let's get into the Marvel haul. It's pretty good. I can't complain. Cassidy picked out most of these. Alpha Flight 67. I'm sure Cassidy's going to finish Alpha Flight for me this year.
There's only a few more that you need.
Alpha Flight 115.
But so it gets harder to find
Alpha
them.
Flight number 120. This is key #2. This is the first appearance of Heart. I also like that this came with the poly bag that it was originally in. It was a Canadian poly bag. I thought that was pretty cool. Avengers 236. This is key #3. Spider-Man is denied membership. The Avengers tell Spider-Man no. Not sure why you would want to keep Marvel's most popular character out of your team, but who knows why. Here is the series that I finished. We need to do something when I finish this series. We haven't come up with anything yet. Where? Cage number 8. Cage number 10. Cage number 13. This is a Luke Cage series that came after Power Man and Iron Fist. 14. 15. 16. 17. There you go. Series completed. I have completed another series. Cage is completed. Sound effects in there. Bought a couple of Captain Americas from the dollar bin, $3 and $5 bins. Captain America 149. I love the old Captain America Falcon ones. There's Brad Rock. He's fighting here. These are my favorite comics when I was a kid. Captain America and Falcon was my favorite series when I was young. I don't know why. 156. 170. This is key #4. The first full appearance of Moonstone and the debut of the Falcon's upgraded costume. It's the red and white, but it has a whole bunch of upgrades to it. 176. Key #5. Steve Rogers quits as Captain America. There you go.
What?
He's leaving as Captain America. I wonder who will take over. I thought it was pretty cool. On the backs of these, there were a bunch of stamps, and it's from stores in California. So these stores from California made it all the way here to the East Coast. 212. That's a Jack Kirby cover. If I ever saw one. Jack Kirby did a lot of these in the late 70s, early 80s. Also bought a ton of Master of Kung Fu, another series I'm trying to finish. We're going to find that first issue one of these days. It's issue like 17, right? We determined?
Yeah, I think it's 16 or 17.
Issue 40, key number 6, the first appearance of James Larner, who becomes Shockwave. 44, key number 7, first appearance of Balo and Kimba, who are assassins with golden daggers who attack the Master of Kung Fu.
Good amount of keys so far.
46. John was good with the keys. 47. 51. And we got a nice discount on these. Friends of the Owner. 54.
Well, so
57.
his opening day, I believe he's having an opening day discount.
Yes, opening day discount. So if you are watching this on Saturday, go to the store tomorrow on Sunday, and he has like an opening weekend discount. Hopefully you can make it there. It's definitely worth it. Tell him that you watched this video. That's why you showed up. 63, key number 8, first appearance of Kogar, who is the leader of a smuggling ring. Ooh. Master of Kung Fu dealt with a lot of criminals. 73. The Master of Kung Fu is the bulk of these. 75. 77. Key number 9, the first appearance of Zarin, the Weapons Master. I believe that's him right there. There he is, Zarin, the Weapons Master. 79. We actually had so many in a pile at one point, we had to go through them to make sure we didn't have doubles.
And he had
80,
grabbed doubles.
And
so.
we had grabbed doubles. 81.
Always check your pile for doubles.
Yeah, always check your pile, especially when you're digging through a lot of bins. 82. Because we have lists that we use, but even when we're doing the list, we sometimes buy more than one. 83. And usually when we do that, you guys benefit because we give them away. 84. 86. A lot of Master of Kung Fu. 102. 117. I'm just going to read these so I can learn Kung Fu. 118.
How many more Master of Kung Fu do you need?
Not
after
many.
This?
119 is the Master of Kung Fu pile. That was the bulk of what we bought there. So last two are, of course, we can't go shopping without buying some Fantastic Four. There's Fantastic Four 158. Look at that beautiful cover. And finally, Fantastic Four 349. That is an Arthur Adams cover, one of my favorite covers. I love how he included the old and new Fantastic Four, right? So at one point, Fantastic Four was 1, 2, 3, 4. They stepped in when the Fantastic Four disappeared. And it's a special appearance by the Punisher. Great issue. So there we go. There's the haul. Womp womp. We did all right at New Jersey Comic Stop. Highly recommend going there. We couldn't have thought of a better place to start our comic shop-orama.
We spent a lot of time there.
We spent a lot of time there.
Chatting.
Just chatting. So we were there over 2 hours just chatting, and he gave us a tour, and he was, we were chatting with him and his father and his son, who's a big Pokemon fan. He's going to be selling Pokemon cards too. So if you're a Pokemon collector, check out the Pokemon cards. He's going to have weeklies, so you can do a pull list. It's exactly what a local comic shop should be like, plus a bunch of additives, plus it's modernized with digital screens and, some memberships that we were talking about. Great all around. Comic Shop-orama starts this week. It's going to run for a bunch of weeks. We're hoping to end it with a tour of our local comic shop, which we have not done yet. We've held off on it for a while, but it's time we do a tour of our local comic shop. Next week's episode, we are going to be visiting a legendary store in South Jersey, Frankenstein Comics, and we will also be picking the winner for the Super Jersey Comic Expo giveaway, the second chance thing that we did a couple weeks ago. So if you're not already a subscriber, subscribe right now. If you want special entry into other giveaways, become a member. You also get special videos. You also get to pick some of our videos. So join a membership. Share this with friends. Like it. Thanks for watching. Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you next week at Frankenstein Comics. Don't miss it. Subscribe now. See you later.